You're probably asking, well, why do I want to wake up early anyways? That's just so hard and I'm just not a morning person. I'm gonna stop you right there. This is your time. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. There's a reason that so many successful people wake up early in the morning. A slow morning changes the course of your whole day. If you ask any millionaire or CEO, a lot of their advice stems around waking up at like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Just waking up an hour earlier is totally enough. By literally just waking up 1 hour earlier than I already do, I have so much more time for myself to actually enjoy the morning and get a nice, productive, but slow start to my day. You aren't going straight into your hectic to-do list and all your overwhelming responsibilities through the day. You just get to take the time for yourself and enjoy it. As a morning person, waking up early always came easy to me, but I never realized the power that I could have if I actually took the morning to myself. I'm going to teach you all of my secrets and tips to waking up early as a morning person to get the most out of my mornings and also make the process of waking up earlier just a little bit easier and even enjoyable. And as always, I've listed all of the timestamps in the description below. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. If you're not a morning person and you like sleeping in, you're probably asking, well, why do I want to wake up early anyways? That's just so hard and I'm just not a morning person. I'm gonna stop you right there. The problem with this sort of thinking is that you're attaching your identity to not being a morning person and to hate waking up early. Yeah, you might not be a natural morning person, and yes, you might really hate waking up early. With your mindset, you can change that. You have to rewire your brain into thinking that you are a morning person and you are capable of waking up early. If you keep saying, oh, I hate waking up early so much, I just can't wake up early, I always snooze my alarms, you're gonna keep doing the same thing because that's the story that you tell yourself and that is part of your identity. Because if you keep saying you're not a morning person, you're never gonna feel that way. I'm gonna reference the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. Totally recommend it. It's a great book, but he mentions that your identity really shapes your behaviors, and in order to change those behaviors and to change your habits, you need to first change your identity. If you shift your identity from someone who hates waking up early to someone who enjoys waking up earlier and taking that time for yourself, you're gonna have an automatic shift in those behaviors. To wrap up this little section, make waking up early a habit and part of who you are. Also, being a morning person doesn't mean you have to wake up at like 4 a.m. and go straight to the gym. If you usually wake up at 9, maybe wake up at 8 and just give yourself that time, because we need to see that waking up early isn't a burden, but an opportunity to have more time for yourself in the day. You have a whole extra hour just for you. Don't put that energy to anything else or anyone else for that matter. Instead of giving your energy to all these things that are just stressing you out and making you feel like you have no time, this hour can be slow, chill, and relaxed. You get to do whatever you want during this hour. It is just time for you to feel your best and to set you up for success. Make your favorite breakfast. Take your time getting ready. Maybe read your favorite book. So that way, when you're going through your maybe hectic schedule or overpacked day, you feel at peace and you feel calm because that's how you started your day. That is all easier said than done, obviously. So how do you actually go and start the habit of waking up an hour earlier? I'll tell you. It starts with your routines. You need to have 2 solid routines in place in order to consistently wake up early, build this habit with the least amount of resistance and the most amount of enjoyment. Trust me when I say waking up early starts the night before. You need to have a solid night routine in place that will make it so much easier and less overwhelming to wake up in the morning. Here are some habits you can incorporate into your night routine to make the whole process of waking up earlier a lot smoother and easier to start. First, set out all of your things for the morning that you might need. If you want to go to the gym in the morning, put your gym clothes out like on your bed or maybe on your desk, so that way you don't have to go and grab them in the morning and they're already ready for you when you wake up. If you have a bag for the day, like maybe you have a backpack or a work bag, pack that also the night before, so that's just another thing you don't have to worry about right when you wake up. And finally, have all your like maybe skincare stuff or makeup, have that all organized the night before, so again, you don't need to worry about that come the morning time. Second, you don't want to go to sleep with a rapid racing mind thinking about all the stressful things that you have to do the next day, because you're gonna go to bed in this stressed out, unsettled mood, and that's just how you're gonna wake up too. Write out all these things that you're thinking, oh my god, I have so much to do tomorrow. How am I gonna get this all done? If you write it out and have it in front of you, it becomes a lot less overwhelming. I love writing to-do lists of the things I have to do for the next day, either in my notes app or I love a journal. If you journal, this is a great place to do it. When you're doing this, put something you have to look forward to. Don't just do all your responsibilities for the day. So that way, when you're going to sleep, you can think of this and be excited and be like, wow, I can't wait to do that tomorrow. It's gonna be so fun. Even if it's something as making your favorite breakfast when you wake up or going to a yoga class at night. Literally anything. Just make it something that brings you joy and that you can look forward to. That way you're not dreading the day when you're going to sleep, which is going to make you wake up in a negative mindset, and instead you're in a positive mindset as you fall asleep and you can wake up being excited for that thing that you planned for yourself. Kind of going along with this, I personally do love journaling. I think it's a great idea. I'll do some positive journal prompts like with a gratitude page or some reflective journal prompts. I just like to get it all out because getting them out on paper allows you to process them so much easier and actually see what you're thinking about and realize, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It can also be just randomly positive, like what are 10 things I love about myself? What am I looking forward to in the future? Like something as little as that, just to put your brain in that nice, happy mood when you're falling asleep, is so beneficial and really does help you fall asleep as well. I also like to think of things I'm grateful for, so maybe I'll think of 3 things that I'm grateful for that happened that day, just again to put me in that positive mindset, so when I wake up, I'm in that grateful mood already. And the last thing that I like to do are sleep meditations or bedtime yoga, physically relaxing the body and the mind as well, and just getting you in that mindful headspace and connecting to the present moment, which always helps me fall asleep. So I totally recommend trying that. Here are some things that help me actually stay asleep and also just some general sleep tips. I like to stop all kinds of actual productive work at least an hour before bed to allow my mind to rest, and so I'm not thinking about it like crazy or stressing out over these responsibilities, tasks. Limit your screen time or your social media scrolling. Scrolling on social media, as we all probably know, is not that good for your sleep because you're processing all this information right before you're about to go to bed. It's just way too much for your brain right before it's about to go to sleep. So then when you're trying to wind down, it's really difficult and really hard to fall asleep. Physically looking at your phone right before bed is not good because of the blue light. So just put your phone away before bed. Maybe try reading or journaling instead. Or if you do still want to go on your phone, maybe don't go on social media, but maybe watch like a long form YouTube video, something relaxing instead of scrolling on TikTok or Instagram and processing all of these different types of posts all at once. Then once you're done with that, put your phone away from your bed. Don't put it next to your bed or on your nightstand. I know I'm guilty of this sometimes too. You can even put it in a whole nother room, but if you have your phone next to you, you're just either going to want to grab it as soon as you wake up or silence your alarm. But if it's far away from you, then you either have to physically get up or you can't go on it first thing in the morning. And finally, always, general tip, try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night because that is just the optimal range for a healthy functioning body, brain, and life. Even if you go to bed later, you can wake up later to counteract that, but always, always, always try to get at least 7 to 8 hours. Let's get into our habits in the morning to help that 1 hour wake up difference be a little bit easier and smoother to get into. As I mentioned, put your phone away from your bed. When you set an alarm, you're gonna actually have to get up to turn it off rather than just hit snooze on your nightstand. Actually getting up is the hardest part. That goes along with not setting multiple alarms. When you set multiple alarms, you're just telling to yourself that you don't trust that you're gonna wake up when you say you're gonna wake up. Setting these alarms makes it a habit to just snooze them instead of getting up. Instead, you want to wake up straight away and physically get up to go and turn that alarm off. Right as you wake up, think of something you're grateful for. It allows you to see the positive in the day ahead and start off in a clear, really mindful headspace. This also goes along with setting a positive intention for the day. I'm going to be productive today because I have a lot to do and I know that it's going to help me reduce my stress and make me successful in the long run. Setting a type of positive intention like that for the day is also very key. Finally, our last little thing right when we wake up to get us in a positive mood is remember that thing that you're looking forward to. I always like to put something that gives me joy right in my morning routine to make the process of getting up actually exciting and not, oh my god, now I have to get up. No, if you're looking forward to something in the morning, you're gonna want to jump out of bed to do it. For me, that's my morning matcha. I love matcha. So whenever I wake up, I'm like, I guess I have my matcha now. Having these little moments of joy in your morning makes it so much easier to actually get up and be happy about getting up. That is a key step in making waking up an hour earlier seem like an opportunity and not a burden. Movement in the morning is so powerful because movement releases dopamine, and it's a good source of dopamine. Getting a good source of dopamine in the morning helps to keep our brain happy. We're getting a little scientific here, but basically regulates your reward system and happiness in your brain. Also, getting sun in the morning, maybe just opening your window and standing there for a minute, that's a great source too. By movement, I don't mean you have to go hit the gym and lift weights for like an hour straight. I personally just do like 10 minutes of yoga or a quick little Pilates workout. You can also go to the gym too, I'm not saying you can't, but for those of us who might feel a little bit more tired in the morning or want to take it slow, little simple movement is just as powerful. And finally, I talked about this in the beginning, but your morning routine is your morning routine. Instead of giving that energy to other things that are just gonna drain your energy, this hour is all for you, not anyone else. Make it filled with what makes you feel your absolute best. That brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed and take some tips. And even if you can't wake up a whole hour earlier, maybe start with just 5 minutes or a half hour. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, I would love to know, so leave a comment down below. You can also leave a like on the video, subscribe below as well for more content on living your best life and becoming your best self. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.